We invited the members of the Army Painter Factory team, a collection of officially sponsored painters, hobbyists, and gamers for a week of fun, product testing, and gaming. Phil Hall from the Glacial Geek YouTube channel decided to test his fate with a game of Warhammer Combat Patrol against our resident power gamer and founder, Bo. Tune in while we roll dice, talk gaming etiquette, and dispel a few rumors about competitive gaming. All right, everybody, welcome. It's going to be a fun one. So we are at our Scannable headquarters here in Denmark. Obviously, we have our founder, Bo Penstoff, and a very good friend, the Glacial Geek himself, Phil Hall. Woo! There we go. 3 years, three different people, three different perspectives on competitive play. And we're going to talk a little bit about competitive gaming in general, our involvement with gaming, and learn a little bit more about our friend Phil and what gaming means to him at the competitive level. But it sounds like you guys are going to play a little game of Combat Patrol. Yeah. I know that we are all big-time Warhammer 40K players. We've played a bunch of different game systems as well. So what are we getting started here? What's first turn? What's that look like?
Yeah. So basically, so the way that Combat Patrol works is very much like a 40K game, except it's kind of smaller, and they make certain changes to help with the balance that they have going on here. So we do start off by just rolling to see who's attacker and defender.
Yep.
Here.
I know that part of it.
Yep. So there you go. You got a Phil face. My dice are already. Yeah. Yeah. No, he's not allowed to woo. That's my thing. Oh.
But that's why I'm using your dice, because I don't trust you.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Apparently he found my.
And you're using mine for the same reason.
Exactly. Yeah. Over here, I've got the Army Painter one. So. And it works out there. So now that you won, you get to choose who's going to be attacker defender. Yes. And the defender will then sit up first, and just like a regular 40K game.
So you play Custodes.
Yes, I'm going to be playing the Custodies.
3 units.
Yeah, I've got 2 units. Well,
2 units.
Yeah,
they got joined.
2 units and a character. So.
This is the first time I play a Combat Patrol, but I'm going to sort of run it through my normal routine and ask you some questions. Because I think that's also always a good thing when you go in and you start up in a game and you ask your opponent the things that might affect your abilities.
That's actually an excellent point. Like when I come to a tournament or I come to literally any game I want, the thing that I always do first is I immediately hand across the table, "Hi, I'm Phil. You know,
I'm Bo.
Bo, nice to meet you. Pleasure to meet you. Let's have a great game." And then I go, "Let me tell you what I've got." Keep in mind that we're playing a game. We're having a hobby. We're having fun. And that's why we're here. Yeah. So I'm going to have my Terminators are going to be up in Deep Strike.
Yes, sir.
And then I will place my one other unit, and then you can go from there. So.
Yes, well, I will.
Yeah. I'm gonna have
it's just behind this line here.
I think so, yeah.
It's already in.
The 12 inches there.
I think one of the fun things about working at this company now and today is that, obviously we were born out of, Bo's crazy mind to get more time for gaming.
Yes.
Spray paint dip done. And we've always had products that made painting easier, faster, and more efficient and effective, right? Mm-hmm. And we've graduated with products like the new formulation of speed paint, the Air Range and Fanatic, to where, we are also making products that are just as easy to use for the beginners, fast for the gamers. But you've got painters like Sam Lenz and other top painters using them now to make works of beautiful art, miniature art, right?
Absolutely.
But it's fun that we kind of get to go back to our roots here a little bit. We're a paint company, at our core, but you see the tape measure and the target laser locks, like functional tools.
Yeah.
You kind of see that this company is a gaming company. We just happen to make paint. But I always go in first thing, just like you guys before. I want to know about the Army and what it does. I want to look at the paint job.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Well,
I think
that's a job hazard you've got going for you there as well, probably.
That's a part of the etiquette, though, that begins before the gameplay does, right? And I think that it's such an important part of competitive, gaming is it's you show up with a painted army.
And acknowledging the other guys work into it. It's like you don't eat with your mouth open. Exactly. It's like these unwritten rules, we all know them, but it's time that these things come into our hobby as well, and they already are slowly creeping in. Sportsmanship, first of all, don't hit the guy who you're eating with, but it's also don't eat the guy.
Yeah, no, for sure. And you're absolutely right. Like I love looking across the table and seeing an army that I know that they put hours into it. They put effort into it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And they're done with the speed paints, and it's like they didn't take me years to paint. Right. But I'm proud to have them on the table. And I think that, other people coming up to the table and seeing me at a tournament, if I had those armies, those models there, they would look at them and be like, yeah, these are great. These look wonderful.
Because they do look great.
Exactly. Well, thank you. If I do
the
say
thing
so
is that
myself.
this is exactly what it's designed for, right?
You guys are starting to slow play.
Oh, sorry, yes.
Yeah.
And now we will roll a dice. I rolled a 2, which is higher than your 1. Yeah. So I'm glad to see that my dice are doing as well for you as they usually do for me. Yeah. So that does mean it's going to be my turn first. So, hey, let's have a great game.
Let's try, shall we?
Yeah, exactly. Let's try to have a good game. Exactly. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to advance with my guys here. So I roll a d6, roll in a 4. So they will be able to go 10 inches, which is pretty good. Those are get some. Yeah.
The Golden Boys are fast.
Yeah, they are.
But I must admit now, I've been slowly struggling to get back into the tournament scene because I've been running a little business on the side.
There you go. A little busy.
A little busy. But I realized now, when I played back in the day, my last real tournament was WCC, where we came in second, where America came in first.
Yeah.
And we won the best sportsmanship that year.
Yeah.
I was really proud of it. And
That's
since then, it's been downhill for my tournament career. But the thing is that I've been easing into tournaments now, and the level of sportsmanship has stunned me, because it's so much higher than it used to be.
It is.
I mean, it's like everything that we're preaching is working.
Yeah.
Not I can't take any, because I haven't been involved in it.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of the YouTube channels out there, like your own as well, just saying, don't be a beep.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like sometimes that the competitive mindset gets confused with the
winning at all costs.
Winning at all costs.
Yep, I get that one.
And when I go to a tournament, my aim is to have 3 to however many games the tournament is, good games against good people and having fun. And because at the end of the day, if I can have fun, I can lose and have fun. But I can't, if I'm not having fun and I win, man, that's not great.
Yeah. Okay, enough talk. Death ensures.
Yeah.
See, we are 17 inches apart.
Okay.
And you can move 6, you can charge. I'm going to place myself here. So if you charge me, you remove yourself from an objective, which I don't think you will do, but you get a chance. So I'm going to give you the choice.
Yeah.
I think the gaming is all about overwhelming your opponent with choices.
Yeah.
Now we're obviously spilling the beans here, but you know what I mean.
No, absolutely.
So I'll get a few shots in, cheap shots you might say.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah,
but
to let you know, my secondary that I have is I get points for killing your units.
Yeah.
But
only 3.
It's only 3.
But you get 5 points for that one.
That is
so
true.
that's a 2-win for me if you go for him.
That is true.
Obviously, if you kill him, that's kind of bad.
Yeah, that would be bad for you. But yeah.
So what I will do is that I will take these ones in the front, because they can then, if you charge them, they can then overwatch and hit you automatically.
There we go.
So they basically get a free shot. So it's luring you into that trap, or if you want to do the safety one, which makes me shoot at you again next turn.
That's
so
true.
Basically hampers your ability to think straight.
Right. What I'm learning now is an interesting thing. Bo's always, his excuse to get out of like the budget and finance meetings is that he's not good at math and not good with numbers, but he just showed me an incredible wealth of knowledge of doing math. So.
No, this is amassed over centuries of my life. The other stuff is just Excel sheets and it's just,
Yeah. Fun math is totally different than business math.
I will also place myself so you can consolidate into me. Should you like to do so?
Yeah.
The chart, just so we play by intent, and that's actually quite an important one, is that we discussed before how long there is, so there will be no rules queries.
Yeah.
You don't stand around discussing that half inch or that quarter inch. So you are 12.5 inches away from me.
Okay.
Does that look correct? So so that's a 6-inch chart if you want to get in.
Yep.
I love that you're doing this.
Yeah.
Because I say this all the time. Like, a game as complex as a game like Warhammer 40K or Combat Patrol or any game system out there.
Yeah.
They are extremely complex.
Yes.
There's no such thing as a perfect game. We are not using, a mechanical ruler to slide our miniatures across the table. Millimeters will be lost and gained throughout the entirety of the game. It's not a perfect game, and people need to approach it as such, right?
No,
Without understanding that mistakes are just going to happen.
No, exactly, and that's like the reality of what's gonna things are gonna happen. Things are gonna change. You'll make mistakes. Yeah. But if you go into it with an honest, open mind to it, you can avoid some of the unnecessary mistakes and unnecessary problems. Exactly. Oh, we also have 2 CP because we both gained one on each other's.
So what I'm exactly sure I haven't cheated here with movement, because they're not assault weapons, no. And that I'm still within.
Cool. Excellent.
5 flamers.
Cool.
Looking at 5.
Ooh, not bad.
Not bad at all.
Of course, it's all my dice.
Remember, your dice.
That's a whole lot of my face coming up over there that I don't like to see.
Devastating wounds. Oh no.
Yeah.
That'll give you 5/8. Yeah.
Sure. What's the AP on that?
0.
0.
I believe.
Okay.
If it's a normal flamer, yes,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
All right, so we've got 8 2-up saves on my guys here. And they're each going to have 4 wounds each on the ones with the shields because they get an extra wound because they have the shields.
Alrighty.
Failing 1, so I'm going to take, what's the damage?
It's just 1 damage.
1 damage. So one of my guys will be down to 3 wounds there.
Yes, sir.
Not bad.
Yep.
So, Bo, when you started the company and when I first joined, you know, slowly I kind of took on taking over the event sponsorships, and you said, you know, since we founded this company, we've supported events with product, prize support, and that's always been a part of our ethos.
It has.
And we supported events of all shapes and sizes from all over the globe. And the competitive play and competitive events has only grown over the past several years. Why was it so important for you to instill that, and not just but myself, but the rest of the company that we support these tournaments?
It's a good question. But I think the honest answer to it is that I didn't start this company for it to become big and worldwide and all that stuff. I started it because I knew nothing else. And since I was playing games, I could build the company in the image that I thought a good company should be like, you know, in my book. And that was being, obviously, since I was a competitive gamer, I just thought that's easy. I'll just support something I love. Because I think that makes it easier. Then we started with the paints and, you know, all that history up through. But from day one, we supported events. Every time we had a little surplus on the bottom line, we took portions of that and sent back into the hobby. And we've done that from day one, and we still do it.
After some shooting attacks, a few charge rolls, and an assault phase, we found our gamers at the final stages of battle. Who will be the victor and who will walk away in shame? Let's find out.
So it goes to you first. You get to choose 1 unit, and then I will go.
I'll take the Terminator dudes, and they will use the veteran instincts.
There we go. Perfect. We'll actually leave it on there because you didn't gain the CP for this.
Okay. Meaning they can reroll once,
wound, right.
or if they are on an objective. Doesn't it say? No, nothing like that. Monster vehicle.
Yeah.
It's kind of a monster, right? And he's oathed and all that.
Yep, absolutely. He's already still, because he was still part of that unit that you declared the oath against. So
absolutely. 4. Rerolling once.
Not meant to be. The dice said, did I start? So 3 4-ups. If I fail 1 of these, he's dead. Instead, he failed 1. Good game. And there you go. Custodes dead.
So, I mean, obviously this is going to be a bit skewed. Bo, what do you think about Combat Patrol? It's your first game.
I like the banter of it.
Yeah.
I like the fun of it.
Yeah.
I like to have a beer next to me when I play this game. And I could see this play with my son. Mm-hmm. But if I went to a gaming club one night, I think I'd probably prefer to play a big game. But that's just my preference. You know, having a bigger sort of, you know.
Yeah.
And especially against the guy that's done it before, it will be much more a brain game, and you know.
Yeah. I like it a lot. I like because it's quick. It's you know, the kind of game that you can, if you know, you don't have to, if you don't have a whole evening, if you don't have a whole day or whatever to play, and you just got some time, you can play with your friends and you've got them there. I like the fact that it's, you know, simpler on the list build, so that you can just like go to someone and be like, let's do this.
Yeah. I think you both said it best though, because it's a great game for beginners. It's a great game for mindless beer and pretzels.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really pissed. I don't like it because I didn't get the place.
Fair. We did. I had a great time. So that was seriously fantastic. So much fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The best of it though, as a closing line, is that upstairs, everybody's sitting with the computers and Excel sheets. We get paid to roll dice, man.
Exactly, yeah. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. Yeah.
So let's wrap this one up. Sure. So I think that this was a lot of fun. If you'd like to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe to the Army Painter on YouTube, and our friend, the Glacial Geek, Phil Hall, right here. If you like playing competitive events, it's a good thing, especially in the United States, because the event team's going to be there. They're going to be at a lot of them. We're going to have you at Nova trying out Machida and everything like that. And also, if you just like seeing how armies are built and painted, check out our blog at thearmypainter.com. And all of the ways that we paint miniatures over on our YouTube page. So thanks for tuning in. Whether you're playing a full 2,000-point game or getting a quick game in with your chosen Combat Patrol, the Army Painter has the paints and accessories to keep your hobby fast, simple, and fun. Learn more at www.thearmypainter.com.